All right, race fans, welcome live here tonight, Volusia Speedway. I'm going to tell you, we have got some action-packed stuff here. The VLR series, one of the big three here with the super late models tonight at Volusia. And we're looking good in the middle of practice, which we're about to advance up to qualifying here soon. Get set back here because we got some action-packed racing. And I tell you what, it's going to be awesome. Hey, I'm up here with Blake. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Ready for some 2 and 3 wide racing.
Absolutely. Let me, we don't need to be hearing them throughout the race. Let me turn off their sound. There we go. Had that on the other day. That wouldn't be good, man. Probably listen to some of the drivers throughout the race. What do you think?
Yeah, it can get a little hectic at times when you hear about 30 or 40 at the same time talking.
Man, no doubt about it. I'll tell you what, here we go. We're advancing up. We got some heat racing. We saw a preview last week. And Blake, I tell you, man, it was thrilling. I mean, these guys, man, put on a show out here. And I'm kind of getting pumped up. A little nervous here, I guess, too, to see what these guys can do in our first qualifying of the night.
Yeah, if their practice times have anything to show for it, this is going to be some really close racing. Practice times was in 2 or 3 tenths in the top 20.
Absolutely.
So that's super close for these cars.
Man, and I tell you right now, these guys, man, they're out here, they're gearing it up here. As a man on point, well, as of right now, nobody's made really a qualifying time. Well, there you go. Jacob, he's up front with a 16.4. I tell you, we saw, you mentioned it earlier, Blake. These guys up front here, and their times were very, very close in the top 5.
Yeah, the top 5 were literally separated by maybe 5 1,000ths of a second. Wow. So this qualifying here, and it's showing that too. Right now, Randall Carter on the pole with 16.349, and second place is only 5 1,000ths off of him. So super close. Man,
yeah. We're getting set here, folks. File in. Everybody out there, man, I want to appreciate everybody tuning in here because, like I said, we're here live tonight on the X.CELERATED Facebook side here for the VLR. One of the big threes, Volusia Speedway here for the super late models tonight. Got a good season here. We're going to have to get some info because there's a lot of prizes up to grab for these guys in the championship here. So the next 12 weeks, I think we're going to see every Tuesday here some of the best that iRacing has to offer, and it's just going to be electric. These guys, you taught me a lot last week, Blake, on what these cars can do, and man, I've seen in the past, you called them what with the slider.
Yeah, they'll be trying to slide these cars in front of one another here as the race progresses and track kind of slickens off. Right now, track's a little bit tacky. It'll eventually work its way on up there, and we'll see some 2, 3 wide racing. But compared to the modifieds, these cars are a little bit quicker, and they're a lot more stable. So I think you're going to see a lot more of that close racing we've seen Saturday.
And no doubt, and that's the thing. I think we're in for a treat tonight. We got a huge field, but here's the thing we saw the other night: heat races. We're in the middle of qualifying here. It's going to set up our heat race for us, our heat race order, which we've got. It's showing 6 heat races tonight, Blake. And then we've got a D, a C, and it's showing a B main, and then we go to the feature. So a lot of racing is here, and a lot of these guys can actually advance in and get a lot of prizes and whatnot here, to get points. That's something we're really, throughout the season, I'm going to really get up with these guys here at the VLR and Accelerated to get on to how they're going to structure this point system and maybe what to look for throughout the next coming weeks.
Yeah, this right here, it's one of the bigger series out there, if not the biggest series, and these guys are racing for big prizes on the line, and big prizes bring, some rough racing at times and some really good racing at times. And I think tonight we'll see a pretty clean race, though. And track position is going to be key. in the heat races.
Yeah, track position's really key out here. I would always say, you know, because like I say, I come from the oval side, I would say tires. Now, that's another thing I really haven't mentioned. Does tires really play a huge, huge factor? I know we don't do pit stops here, but I mean, how much does tire management come into play when it comes to dirt?
In real world, yeah. On here, it's not too horribly bad. The cars will fall off 3-4 tenths sometimes at the most, but they don't actually completely fall off like you see in real life. But they do fall off.
Okay.
And the guys running the top side, you'll see them, they'll last a little bit longer.
Ah, gotcha. Gotcha. Good deal. Good deal. Well, it looks like qualifying is over with. And Drew, I'm going to say that's Herco. Hope I said that right. And we're heading off into heat race number 1 here. Well, Blake, I'm going to let you do the honors to go through the grid and order here tonight for the first race here on Accelerated Facebook here. Brought to you by Accelerated tonight. The VLR Super late models here. Blake, who we got out there starting out?
Starting on the pole in heat number 1 is going to be Greg Thompson. Starting outside pole is going to be Justin Norwood. Dylan Wilson in that second row inside. Drew Herco?
Herchko.
There we go. We got our translator back tonight. Ian Blanchard starting in that 5th spot. Mike Molnar in 6th. Seth Geary back there in 7th. Drew Phillips in 8th. Richard Stallings in 9th. And Dustin Sizemore in 10th. That's all we have here is 10 cars in heat 1.
Man, I tell you what, appreciate it, Blake. Is like you just said, start off our heat race number 1 here tonight. 10 cars here going to try to buy to get into the it's going to say it. I believe it's talk about the top 3 events, and then they invert the 4 and they go on to the other mains. So top 3 guys here go to the feature. I know they'll be looking to try to put down some awesome times here. So let's get set, folks, as we're getting set to go green flag racing for the first time here tonight at Volusia Speedway. Get ready, fasten it up here, because it's about to be electric and adrenaline styled running racing right now.
Yeah, these double file starts here in the heat races, big battles from the back of the field. I'm seeing them coming to the front. They're not going to be back there too long. I can guarantee you that. They're going to want to be at the front as quick as possible. So I'd be curious to see how those guys in the back make it to the front.
Absolutely. As pace trucks pulling them around here at Volusia Speedway, we're getting set here for the first heat race of the night, folks. I want to appreciate everybody tuning in here as you got a good group of gentlemen up here as that pace truck's coming out. I want to take off the 80 machine up there. Dylan, he's looking good. Drew's out front there. And at the 313 machine of Greg Thompson right there also as pace truck's coming around. I want to set off and we're going to fire this one off, man, hot and heavy here on the dirt track racing.
And field comes into turn number 3. Pace truck about to take that hard left dive off for heat number 1. And we are green. And it's going to be Greg Thompson leading the green flag. Norwood back there in 2nd. Dylan Wilson back there in 3rd, but now he's getting challenged by Herco. I'm probably still butchering the name, but I'm trying, y'all.
Yeah, just give us a little work here, and we'll get these names down pat. But you're right, Drew on the inside there. He's trying to get that top spot, sitting in 4th. Dylan there in the 3rd place spot. He's working over the man of Justin, but behind them, look at the 6th and 7th place spot. They're side by side. That 7 machine there, Seth, he's looking good, but the 2 of Ian, I'm gonna say Ian Blanchard, I believe it is. But Blake, is the high line gonna be able to come in tonight?
As of right now, no. But as many heat races, as many laps this track's going to have on it, they're going to have to work up to it. There's no doubt about that.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, right now they're looking pretty good as the top 3 kind of single file. But you got to put that 80 machine of Dylan. He's working on the inside. The 4 there, Justin. He's going to try to look to get that Kool-Aid machine rolling right now. As you said it before, the sliders, again, that synchronized type sliding, just like swimming.
Yep, and here comes Dylan Wilson back to the inside off of turn 2. He's not going to have enough of a run to get to him. And right now, the bottom side is dominant. And it's sort of follow the leader. The only way to pass is to maybe give him a little bump and run like you guys in the asphalt call it.
Yep, absolutely, and that's what I'm saying. You know, you could get him a little bump and run, get him a little loose. Don't want to right now. Being very patient, trying to work over that man there in the second place, but he's also got heavy competition coming in the 26 there. Drew Urco, I think that's what we've come up with. Drew right there in the fourth place spot. As we go back behind them, though, you still got an awesome battle going on, a 6th, 7th, and 8th place here. You got the 56 of Mike there and the number 7 of Ian. They're in a 3-car battle here, rolling around here at Volusia right now.
Yeah, right now it's a top 4 breakaway, and it's actually looking like Norwood may be running down the leader, Greg Thompson, ever so slightly. But one mistake, and Dylan Wilson's going to have to run to pass him. And Wilson run a little bit higher in that corner there. He's going to peek to the inside and 1 and 2. And here comes Norwood to the lead. Norwood has a nose out in front right now, down the back straightaway into turn number 3.
Well, I'll tell you what, Blake, right there, they got a battle up front. You was talking about it. Greg's on the inside, or in the high side there, and Justin, he was able to hold him off, but the 80 there of Dylan is putting his nose in now for the second place spot.
And the white flag, I believe, is out. Yes, they're coming to the checkered now, and it is Greg Thompson going to be your Heat 1 winner. Justin Norwood in second. Dylan Wilson back there in third.
Boy, I'll tell you what, right there, hot and heavy action for the top 3 guys. They were duking it out left and right. So the top 3, like you said, Greg Thompson pulls off the win for the first heat. As well, it flipped over on me real quick. But those top 3 guys will advance on to the main as we're getting set here to go to the next heat session. And these guys are going to be gridding it up here shortly. And I'm going to let Blake here do the honors of letting us go through the grid in order.
All right, guys, heat number 2. It's going to be Jacob Leverstein on the pole, John Fiddler on the outside pole, Mark Molnar back there in third, Ken Short in fourth, Brandon Little back there in fifth, Josh Phillips in sixth, Robert Schaefer in seventh, Albert Perez in eighth, Kevin Forcier, I'm assuming, back there in ninth, and Austin Simmelman back there in the 10th spot.
Well, I'm glad you got Austin's name right because I would have done messed it up. Simmelman. I think I said it good there. Close, anyways. I hope I did. And folks, I apologize. Did I do good?
I promise we practiced this before.
we did. We did. Hey, you got some Southern guys up here. I will give Blake probably a little bit more applaud. He probably does a lot better on the name stuff. But hey, we're going to have fun up here is what it's all about as we're kicking up some dirt, throwing some mud and some faces out here. And Howard, he's down here. Howard, what you got out there?
I'm just going to say in this heat race, Austin Simmelman, he's going to be starting dead last because he did not, his lap time didn't register. He got into the wall a little bit in qualifying, so he'll be one to watch in this heat race. Back to starting dead last.
Well, I'll tell you what, right there, y'all just trying to make it interesting on us, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Good deal. We're getting set here to go green flag racing heat number 2 here tonight at Volusia. And Blake, I tell you, these guys are lined up and about to duke it out up front. Jacob's looking good. John Fiddler up there on the 115 machine, 97 behind him. And you got Ken Short up there also. So here we go. Pace truck's coming out of the turn. It's going to duck off on pit road. And these guys are going to go green flag racing for heat 2 here tonight. Like I say, I believe it's the top 3 here again. Advance off to the main. Green's out. Here we go. They're off racing. As those boys up front get a good jump out there. As Jacob, he runs, but the second place is the battle where it's at right now between that man, looks like Mark Moyer, and John. He's right there trying to look on the inside.
And off down the straightaway is Leverstein leading lap 1. And field kind of starting to spread out a little bit of a battle back there for that 6th and 7th spot. But now it looks like we have a battle back here for the 3rd spot between Molnar and Short. Short's going to peek to the inside off of turn 4 and can't make it stick.
No, he can't. Well, Ken Short trying to do what he can in that number 28 machine. He's got a little bit of there, the 12 of Josh on his back end. But we just talk about it. Austin Sintelman. And I hope I got it a little closer that time. But he's on the move. He's already up to 7th from 10th. And he's taking that number 18 machine and trying to slide it every sideways he can to try to get on the inside.
Yeah, Silman will definitely be one to watch as this race progresses on. And it looks like the battle's still heating up back there for that 3rd spot. They're actually 3 wide off the corner. And it's a 2-car breakaway now for the lead between Leverstein and Fiddler. And they're nose to tail up front as they're battling back there behind them. And off down the back straightaway again It's still going to be Ken Short in that third spot.
Yep, Ken Short's hanging on to the third spot, but he's got heavy competition right there behind him on his tailgate there of Mark and Josh in the 97 and the 12 machine. As it just looks like right now, even though they're single file, it doesn't take very long for them to get side by side. You're going to see, but a battle for the lead up front here. Jacob's got a little bit of pressure going to happen there from old John Fiddler there behind him.
Yeah, one wrong move here can really cost you, especially if you slide up high. Them guys will make you pay for it. Every one of these guys are here for a reason. They are quick. And Leverstein just about proved it right, too. He slid high in 1 and 2. Fiddler got underneath him, but he was able to finally get the power down and drive away from him.
Yeah, it was Ken Short's moving on up there. Let's keep an eye on that one right here, but he is actually closing in on John right there for the second place spot. He was a little bit off of him, but he's closing that gap. Actually, all 4 of these machines are. As we step back here, look at Austin back there, though. He's on the inside of Robert Schaefer, and they go door to door into the turn. They're going to slide it in there. Can he hold it? He does for right now.
And white flag is out. Leverstein, your leader. Fiddler in second. And Short back there in third. Fiddler now looks like he's going to peek to the inside in the middle of 3 and 4 and can't make it stick. It's going to be Leverstein, your winner in Heat 2.
Yes, it is. Jacob is pulling this thing off here tonight. Heat race number 2. John second. Ken Short there in third. So those 3 advance it out to the main. And it's a fast and furious action as we head off in the Heat number 3, and then we got Heat 4, which will be the last one. And then we go to our mains here tonight before we get to our features. We'll see what we got here. We'll grid these guys up here real fast. Blake, what we got here starting on our starting order tonight?
On the pole in Heat 3 is going to be David Hellman, and outside pole is going to be Garrett Niebergy. I think I got it right this time. Howard Weaver starting in third. Randall Carter back there in fourth. Jacob Fields in fifth. Brandon Schmidt in sixth. Tommy Champagne back there in seventh. Corey Mackey in eighth. And Dylan Wagner starting the field in ninth. That will be our starting order for Heat 3.
All right, like you said, man, we're getting started here. Heat number 3 here tonight. Got one more left after this one. I'll set the feature forest here. I won't set it totally because all the main guys there, we got a couple main races that we're going to get through. It's showing right now we're going to have a D, C, and a B main out there, Blake. It's something a little different than we did the other night. We only had like 2 main races or 1 main here in the preseason style Thunder. We're getting set here to go green flag racing again at Volusia.
Yeah, multi-mains means this track's going to get really slick as we keep going. And already the bottom side's starting to slicken up. So you see some cars kind of slide high and get a little loose in the middle of the corner. So groove's starting to work its way up already. By the time we get to the end of those mains, this track's going to be pretty slick.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Here we go. Getting set to go back green flag. Like I say, heat race number 3 here. Hope everybody's enjoying it so far out there. It's been an exciting, electric, fast-paced action right now here at Volusia for the X.CELERATED series tonight here in the super late models. Very, very good, and appreciate these guys letting themselves here at OSRN bring the coverage to you. As pace trucks in, here we go. Green flag. They waste no time up front. David up there, he hammers down on that thing in that 21 machine, and he is long gone.
And down the back straightaway is Howard Weaver now looking to the inside for that second spot over Garrett Niebergy. I think I've got it right now.
Yep.
But Weaver, that falls back in line in the third spot and going to peek to the inside once again in 1 and 2. Inside line just cannot make it happen yet tonight. The middle of the groove is still the quickest.
I want to tell you what, you got a who's who of names in here. David Heileman with the Heilemaniacs out there. Garrett Niebergy right there in second. Howard Weaver. Well, we know Tracy's up there jumping up and down. Randall Carter, Tommy Champagne, Jacob Fields, Corey McKay, Dylan White. Well, that's just a who's who of names here right now. Up front, we're seeing a battle. But the second place there, Garrett's got his hands full. Howard Weaver throws it on the inside. They're 3 wide.
And there's the mistake I was talking about in that last heat. 21 made one mistake, and it cost him almost the lead. But one to watch in this one's going to be Randall Carter, posting the quickest time in practice earlier, and he's already on the move up to 4th.
Yes, he is right there. He is waiting to see what these guys in front of him will do and see if they'll separate the red C's for him here. I call it the dirt C's here, and see if he can't slide up in there, because these guys now are just nail biting. He slides on the inside of Howard Weaver to try to take that top 3 spot away. These guys up here are just nose to tail biting every turn.
And Howard Weaver back to the inside off of turn 2. He's got a nose there. He may make this stick. He's going to slide up, and Nebergy going to still hold on to second. And while that's going on, Carter got a run on Weaver, but couldn't make nothing happen.
Boy, this is a nail biter up front. I always call it a dog fight, and it is here in the dirt track of Volusia. Look at that, though. The 21 of David makes a little mistake, like you said. Might have cost him, but Garrett tries to put it in there. 3 wide again for the lead up front. Boy, it's that synchronized slide stuff he was talking about, Blake. It just looks so cool and really, really close.
It almost looks choreographed, but I promise you, it is not choreographed. And Nebergy now, he goes high, Weaver goes low, and Nebergy going to get the run. And actually, Carter got in the back of Weaver there and kind of slowed him down. And we should be coming to the white flag this time.
Man, white flag's going to fly for this heat race number 3. It's been a good one. They've been on top of each other lap after lap. Can David Heileman hold on to it, though, as Garrett Nebergy right there in second? Howard Weaver's in third. Can Randall Carter make one last dash? He tries. Can't quite get it done out of turn 4. The man right there, David Heileman, hits the wall, but he's going to take heat race number 3.
I'll tell you what, Jacob Fields came out of nowhere there in the finish of that. He's up to 5th, and he was right there with the leaders at the finish.
Wow. Well, I'll tell you, if that's what we're about to see in the feature, man, I don't know. I'm going to need some medication before it's over with.
All right, we have heat number 4, and I'm going to go ahead and apologize for some of these names.
Yeah, let's get our grid in order up here. And I tell you what, we'll let you get down to some of these guys out here as they're getting up here lined up already. So, Blake, go ahead, man. Let's know who's out there.
In the final heat of the night, heat number 4, it's going to be Lucas Chowning on the pole, Dylan Fox in the second spot, Zach Rounds back there in third, Virgil Graham in fourth, DJ Kilinowski in fifth, Joshua Neltner in sixth, Ryan Martin in seventh, Chris Orencia in eighth, and Lane Walker starting to tell the field here in heat 4.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, good going there, but I'll tell you what, it's going to be a good one out here. And Chris, I know him out there. He runs one of the UDRA leagues here. I know you run one yourself. So we're here live here tonight, Volusia Speedway, folks. We're at the last heat race of the night here, and it's been this VLR Super Late Model Series brought to you by X.CELERATED. And X.CELERATED, check them out on the Facebook page, because that's where we're live at here tonight, amongst some other ones here. And the TeamVLR.com guys are bringing it to you as we're getting set here to go green flag racing. And Blake, I'm going to let you bring them to the green here, man.
Alrighty, we are lined up 2 by 2 by 2. Taking that nice little slow pace lap down the back straightaway. Pace car leading them. And there's that little wall that can sometimes catch you on the back straightaway. And off into 3. Pace truck's going to take that hard dive to the left. Lucas Chowning going to lead him to the green flag here. And green is out. Lucas Chowning getting a good start. And Dylan Fox did not go on that start. He's up there on the top side. He's now falling all the way back to the 5th spot, while they're side by side for the 2nd spot, Zach Rounds and Virgil Graham.
Yeah, he is Lucas. He gets a good run. Bull bump right there in the back end, though, almost turned around Zach a little bit. As Virgil sitting up there in the 2nd spot, he gets broke away. The 20 of Zach gets broke away, so the fight is on behind him there. DJ's looking good along with Dylan Fox. He's looking like a fox out there running this thing around dirt.
And field kind of settling in right now. And after 3 laps, it is Lucas Chowning, Virgil Graham, Zach Rounds, Dylan Fox, and DJ Kilinowski, your top 5.
Very good running order right here so far. These guys are getting done. I like to see this.
Yeah, we have a battle back here for the 5th spot between DJ Kilinowski and Joshua Neltner, as Neltner's on the inside, Kilinowski on that outside, and now they kind of straighten back out.
Yes, they are. And right now, still up front, Lucas. He's got his hands. He's got about a 2/10 lead up front on these guys. The battle's for second right now. Virgil's got his hands full with Zach Rounds as he's looking on the inside every once in a while.
And now we have a challenge for the lead. Lucas Chowning, your leader, now has company. Virgil Graham going to peek to the inside in the middle of 3 and 4. Chowning going to slide high off 4, and still he's got the lead.
Yes, he does. Looking inside of that machine there, he's going to try to get it done. Battle for second spot there. Zach is trying to put his nose on the inside to Virgil to see if he can't quite get that move. As he looks to the inside, can't quite get it to stick that time.
And it's still Chowning, your leader, off of 2. Graham right on his tail. If he makes one mistake, he's there to capitalize. And laps are winding down here. It's still Chowning, your leader. Graham in second. Graham now going to try to peek to the inside again in 1.
Yes, he is. Boy, Graham right there. That 47. He's up front. Excuse me. Lucas is up front there. The 42. He's looking on the inside. It's a battle for the lead here. You got that third place man and Zach. He's right there. So the top 3 guys with 1 to go. Blake is about to get business up front here.
Yeah, last lap, last corner. Look for Graham to peek to the inside again here in the middle of the corner. And he crosses it up a little bit. That's going to allow third place Rounds to kind of drive around the outside of him. And I believe Graham got it at the line.
Yes, he did. Wow, what a run. What a finish there. Lucas pulling it off. Virgil sitting in second, Graham, and Zach right there in the third spot. And that's going to put us to our first main of the night, the C main. 14 drivers out here are about to do battle here on the C main.
And C main lineup on the pole is going to be Ian Blanchard, Austin Silman on the outside pole. A strong run there in his heat race. Brandon Schmidt in third, Chris Orencia in fourth, Drew Phillips in fifth, Brandon Little in sixth, Corey Mackey in seventh, Ryan Martin in eighth, Dustin Sizemore 9th, Albert Perez 10th, Dylan Wagner 11th, Lane Walker 12th, Richard Stallings 13th, and starting on the tail here tonight, it's going to be Kevin Forcier in the 14th spot.
Yep, absolutely. And there we go. That's your grid in order here for the C main here tonight. We got a C and a B main. Then we head off into our feature here. Again, want to appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. It's going to be a good one here so far at Volusia Speedway, as these guys, man, are about to do battle here on the dirt track here at Volusia. And right now, Blanchard there, Austin sitting up there with him as Pace Truck's pulling them off. We're going to get set for 11 laps here. And so far, I'll tell you what, tonight, Blake, it has just been mayhem on the dirt here.
Yeah, we haven't seen too many wrecks yet, but this is the first low main, and this is for all the marbles. Your top 4, I believe, is going to transfer out of this to the B main. And look for plenty of slide jobs and close racing here. This one here is to see if you're going to make it any further tonight. So these guys are going to be hard on the gas and hard on the cars.
Yep, no doubt about it. As Pace Truck's bringing them around here, we're getting set here to go green flag racing once again here for C main number 1. And get set here. Buckle it up, folks. We got dirt track racing going on here at Volusia.
And as the field comes through 1 and 2 at a slow crawl, Pace Truck leading them to the green flag here tonight in C main number 1. These races are, I believe, 8 laps here in the C main, so this one's going to be a quick one. And we should see some pretty close racing. It's basically a dash for these guys. The top 4 will transfer.
I'm showing 11 laps. Is it 8 or 11?
I'm seeing 8.
They're showing 11, so I don't know why. But hey, either way, here we go. We're green flag. Pace Truck's in. And Ian up front, he gets a good jump over Austin in that second spot. But don't count out that 23. Here comes a 78 machine up there of Chris. He's looking on the high side right now. It's a battle for second and third.
And Silman already found his way to the lead. Austin Silman, your leader. Ian Blanchard back to that second spot. Brandon Schmidt in third. Chris Orencia in the transfer right now, as it's a 4-car breakaway early in this one.
Yeah, it is. Austin up front looking good. You got that 2 machine and Blanchard there behind him. He's trying everything he can, but he got the 23 of Brandon on the inside, digging that thing here in the dirt track. as Austin's up front laying down some fast times here tonight.
Silverman will definitely be one to watch to go through these low mains here. But it's Silverman out front. Blanchard back there. Looks like he might have a run here going into one. And he's going to fall in the line right behind Silverman. That 23 car is looking strong, though. He's running Blanchard down. Yeah,
it is. And Chris back there, he's in the 4th place in that number 78 machine. He's looking upon these guys. He's right there ever so close, but you still got to keep your eye on the 23 of Brandon. He's on the inside. They're going to take a door-to-door. He's trying to get the slide job on him. Can't quite get it to hook down low as they come out of the turn. Is he going to be able to hold on and battle that for that second spot? He's trying everything he can to get it.
And they're still side by side as they come across the line. This one's going to be a battle to watch throughout this whole entire race. 4th place back there, I think he's just riding. He knows he's in the transfer. All he's got to do is finish there.
Yes, he does.
These two up here battle. It looks like Schmidt might have a run off the 4, and Blanchard's going to get it.
Yeah, he is. Well, I'll tell you what, right there, the high lines are proving good so far, but the 23, Brandon, he's going to make that pass on him, and that's going to open the door for Chris and the 28 there to stick his nose on the inside. But look at that slide job right there coming in. Blanchard, man, does the crossover move on him and goes back inside.
And it's slide job city here in C Main. And the battle back there for second. And again, yes, this is the last lap. Right now, Schmidt running in second, Blanchard back there in third, and Orencia almost got him at the line, but he will transfer.
Boy, that was a close deal right there. The top 4 guys, man, were duking it out lap after lap. Austin putting this thing in the transfer spot. The top 4 does. Wow, what a race, man, for our first main. As now, well, like I said, no rest for the weary, and we head off into B main here before we transfer and change servers for our feature here tonight. I'll tell you what, Blake, it's been an awesome race so far.
Yeah, and to think it's only the B main. We still have an A main here later tonight that is going to be one heck of a battle out there on the track. But it is time for the B main lineup. And we have 16 in this one. It's going to be Drew Herco on the front row, Mark Molnar in second, Randall Carter back there in third, Dylan Fox in fourth, Seth Geary in fifth, Josh Phillips in sixth, Jacob Fields in seventh, DJ Kilinowski in eighth, Mike Molnar in ninth, Robert Schaefer in 10th, Tommy Champagne in 11th, Joshua Neltner in 12th, Austin Silverman in 13th, Brandon Schmidt in 14th, Ian Blanchard 15th, and Chris Orencia, your final transfer from C Main.
Yep, no doubt. And I'll tell you what, 16 of these machines here tonight are going to do some battle to try to get it in that feature here as we're going to get set here to Pace Trucks pulling them off. Again, folks, I want to appreciate everybody tuning in here tonight. We're at Volusia Speedway here for the VLR Super Late Model Series presented by X.CELERATED. And it has been an awesome race so far as these guys have just, I'm breathless on some of the moves that they've been able to make throughout the heats and the mains.
Yeah, last time we actually seen some really close racing there in that B main. And the track's finally starting to get to the point where I like to see it, where it gets really racy in 2 and 3 wide racing.
Yep, no doubt about it. I want to appreciate everybody tuning in out there. Definitely, if you like what you see, hit a like, hit a share. Let us know how me and Blake sounds too out there. I always like going back reading the comments after the races and stuff. Interested to see, and if you got your favorite driver out there cheering upon them, definitely want to hear that too. So appreciate everybody just tuning in tonight. And I think we got a pretty good crowd out there watching us too, Blake. So we're getting set to go green flag racing.
Yeah, big race, big crowd. That's how I like to see it. But it's going to be Drew Herco on the front row leading to the green flag here. Pace Truck's going to take the hard dive into the pits. And Herco bringing around nice and slow, and the green is out. Herco going to jump out to the lead early in this one.
Yes, he is. Top 16 cars. They're 3 wide in the back already. The 37 of Randall Carter right there is in the mix of it with the 99 of Dylan Fox. Behind him, though, Seth. He's trying to stick that 7 machine in there, but they are still 3 wide back there in the back.
And big battles back there for the 4th spot. It's about a 6-car battle for it right now. And the leader is starting to really pull away here. as second and third's actually battling it out, and the rest of them back there is just a big old lot of cars racing for the transfer spots.
Wow, man, look at this racing back here. The 37 there that's actually 37 Randall Carter, the 99 of Dylan Fox. They're going neck and neck, side to side. The 12 goes in there and puts the boot to him in the back. Wow, he almost put a shot and knocked him up into the grandstand.
What makes this even better is they are barely touching each other. They're keeping it off of each other, and this is some really good, clean racing that everybody loves to see here. They're not wrecking each other. These guys are straight up racing.
No doubt, and very professional all throughout the field here. The top three, though, they're trying to get a breakaway, but the 37 there of Randall Carter's on the back end of Mark there, the 97, the 99 of Dylan Fox. He's in that fourth place spot, but behind him, he's got two drivers that are breathing down his back door, and that's Josh Phillips and Jacob Fields. As you've got another one there. Look at this mess of cars, Blake. These guys are just duking it out.
Yeah, they're 2 by 2 by 2 from second on back right now, just side by side. No line has really got an advantage as the second and third comes to the line, barely separated each other.
Wow, that 12 machine there, look at Josh Phillips. He's on the inside. He's going to try to use the slide move on him. Can he get it done? Can't quite get that car to hook on the inside, but he's still there on the inside lane, and it's a battle for that fourth place spot right now.
Yeah, it looks like Dylan Fox there on the inside. I could be wrong. I think I may be wrong a little bit. Actually, no, that is the 7 of Seth Geary on the inside back there running for the 5th position. He's now came from a little further back in the field. And off in the 1 and 2, he's going to clear the pass. He's now up to the 6th position.
Yeah, it is. Look at that. Yeah, Jacob Fields, though. Did you see that move he just did? He threw that thing in there fast and furious like, and almost drove it up into the 39. I believe it was 39, 99, excuse me, side door there going into the turn.
Yeah, Josh Phillips on that inside. He is on the move. That's actually the I was watching him. I was getting the names a little bit wrong there. He's been on the move here in the past 2 or 3 laps using that inside line.
Man, I tell you what, that ended that one very quickly right there. We was caught up in that action in the back there for the 3rd and 4th place spot. It was just fast and furious. But, folks, we're going to switch on over, change a few little servers here, get this thing going for you. Stay tuned, get your refreshments, and I'm going to put us back on our splash page right fast here. Let y'all hear that for a few as we're going to get set and switch over to our new server to get our feature event here tonight at Volusia Speedway. These boys here, so stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. All right, folks, we're back here for the feature here tonight. That's right, VLR Super late models here at Volusia. These guys are due battle here for the winter. I mean, we've had some awesome heats all night long, and these guys out here now are about to duke it out for the final main feature here. Packed house field. Looks like we got about 20 some cars that are going to be out here, Blake.
Yeah, we have a stout field here tonight. Some big names up there and some that you don't quite see up front normally. But
No doubt.
tonight's going to be some really good racing, and track state's pretty close to what it was while ago. And we should see 2-3 wide racing just like we did in that last main.
You know, the one thing that has very much surprised me with these guys out here is the poise, the patience, the skill at what they do out here. It is just phenomenal and amazing. And look at the cloud of smoke. That's another thing. iRacing out here, just the physics they've got here for dirt, it's just awesome. I just saw those slew of cars go by a second ago, Blake, man, and it just a whole cloud of dust, just like being there in real life.
Yeah, I've actually been to this track in real life. I've never had the opportunity to see it in the daytime, but I could imagine it being this dusty in the daytime.
Wow.
And it's pretty realistic here close to the track.
Right now, these guys are doing a little bit of warm-up here before we get set to go in our main here tonight for the VLR, presented by X.CELERATED Super Late Model Series here at Volusia. One of the big 3 series that they have here. The other night, Sunday night, they had the it was a 360 sprints, I believe it was, wing sprints, that is. They had those guys out there running. We got one more of the big 3. I'm not 100% sure what it is. Do you know right off the top of your head which one that one is?
Tonight is the super late models, and then the UMP mods are tomorrow night, I believe. That's the big 3.
Mods. Yep, UMP mods. You're right. Well, right there you go on the screen, folks. That's the VLR 2018 VLR sponsors and affiliates right there. You can see there is a slew of them, and that top one right there, most notably X.CELERATED, which is the title sponsor here, bringing this to you live tonight. We're live via the X.CELERATED Facebook site. Myself, Joe White, and Blake up here, calling all this awesome action here from Volusia here with the super late models. We'll be here week in and week out. And I hope you folks out there like the 2 Southern boys up here talking. I know it's kind of a change from what they're used to hearing, but hope we're doing a fine job for everyone.
Yeah, I think we fit in quite well, to be honest.
Playing in the mud a little bit, huh?
That's right. Typical South Georgia. Me, you're in North Carolina, I believe.
That's it.
So, all the dirt tracks around the area, you go to the track, you're going to hear an announcer with the same accent as us.
There you go. Absolutely. And it has been exciting so far. You know, I've been on the edge of my seat here, and I'm just up here in the booth here just watching this stuff, because the amount of excitement, the amount of stuff that they put on out here has just been phenomenal.
Yeah, that last B main was kind of a prelude to what we're going to see here in this A main. 2-3 wide, passing on the bottom, passing on the top. I mean, we're in for a very, very good race here tonight.
No doubt about it. We'll see old John Marine out here on the other side. He's chatting up a cool breeze. What's going on, John? How you doing? Like I say, we're bringing this thing live to you tonight. And a little warm up here right now. These guys are getting kind of getting the track set in. As I see that track's getting awful dark, does that mean that inside lane might be the preferred line here in the turns?
Early on it will be, and as the track slickens off, that dart's going to move right on up the track, and you'll see that middle groove start to come into play like we seen Saturday.
Well, it looks like here we go. We're getting set to go racing here tonight, folks. And I tell you, I'm gonna let you go ahead and put these guys on their on the front row for us here and go through that grid in order. And folks out there in the viewing world, you have to wait till the ticker will pop up as soon as they cross that line on the start here. But Blake, who we got out there on the grid right now?
On the pole for tonight's big VLR Super Late Models Big 3 Series is going to be Greg Thompson, Jacob Leverstein on the outside front row, David Hellman back there in 3rd, Lucas Chownin in 4th, Justin Norwood back there in 5th, John Fiddler in 6th, Garrett Niebergy in 7th, Virgil Graham in 8th, Dylan Wilson in 9th, Ken Short in 10th, Howard Weaver in 11th, Zach Rounds in 12th, Drew Herco in 13th, Mark Molnar 14th, Randall Carter 15th, Dylan Fox 16th, Josh Phillips 17th, Jacob Fields 18th, Seth Geary 19th, Mike Molnar starting in the 20th position, DJ Kilinowski 21st, Austin Simmelman 22nd, Chris Orencia 23rd, Robert Schaefer 24th, and Ian Blanchard at the tail of the field here tonight.
Well, I tell you what, huge field, huge power out here with these guys. They're about to fill this place up with a lot of smoke and dirt, mostly just dirt, but it's going to be look like a bonfire of dirt as it gets over this field here, Volusia Speedway, as these super late models are about to tear through this place for our feature race here tonight. This is some of the best out here, folks, as that pace truck leads them around. It's going to lead them around for one more lap around this place at Volusia, Blake.
Yeah, this is a big field of cars here. 25 cars starting tonight's A main. And I'm not quite sure on the laps here tonight, but looking at the chat here, it must be a long one. These guys are filling up with fuel and they're ready to go racing.
Yeah, absolutely. I think normally we have probably about 50 or 60 laps or so forth here. But either way, that's going to be some door-to-door slinging dirt and mud style action that these guys are about to put on up front here as we're getting set here to go green flag racing. Blake, set us off here tonight at Volusia.
And just getting word, it is 50 laps tonight, 50 laps. And green is out. And it's going to be Thompson leading them to the green flag.
Wow, the 313 Greg Thompson gets a jump out there in the front with the 21 David Heileman, the Heilemaniacs. He's flexing his muscle right there as he does a slide to get up to second. As you got to look behind him, though, you got a slew of machines. Justin Norwood, Lucas Crowning right there. They're 3 wide coming into turn 1, 2 sets back.
And Norwood sneaking up on that inside. He's now up to the 3rd position. And that 21 car of David Hellman, he's up on the top side, and he's going to fall back as he hits the wall and coming in turn 3. While they're doing battle back there, this is allowing Greg Thompson to pull away a little bit, and they're 3 wide again off in turn 1.
Man, 3 wide, 2 wide throughout the field, 3 wide up front here as you got Justin Norwood. He's looking at, again, 3 wide for the 2nd spot. The 4 machine there, Justin puts it in the middle. The 47 back there, Virgil Graham, he's back there in the mix as they still are stacked up. Man, these guys are almost 4 wide here at Volusia.
And they're still 2 by 2 by 2 down the back straightaway, and we're already 4 laps in. They have not spread out. And now Jacob Leverstein is solidly in that 2nd spot, and it looks like the 115 that is, Fiddler picking it inside of Norwood there for the 3rd spot, and he might grab 2nd with it.
Man, I tell you what, a battle up front here as these guys are definitely putting everything that they've got. The 3rd and 2nd place spot right now are battling. 3 wide, the 115 of John Fiddler right there on the inside. He's got Jason Levenstein there on the high side of the 777. But the 4's looking his nose in at 3 wide. He puts the bumper to him.
That 4 car is looking strong. He's running the middle of the track. The rest of them kind of on the bottom side here. And Leverstein now has company. Fiddler looking to the inside in 3 and 4. And off the exit of turn 2, Leverstein going to put the power down and take over the 2nd spot.
Man, I tell you right now, these guys are putting everything that they got out here at Volusia to win this first race of the season here for the feature tonight here. The VLR Super Late Models presented by X.CELERATED. The battles for 2nd, the man loving it right now is Greg Thompson. He is just pulling away. He says, fellas, battle it out back there. Knock your fenders off. As Jacob's trying to hold off a hard charge 115 of John Fiddler.
And that 19 car of Garrett Niebergy, he's on the move again. He fell back on the start. He's now back up to 5th, and he's right on Norwood's tail.
Yeah, Garrett Niebergy right there looking very good as he's trying to dive that thing on. Well, he got the inside groove. Behind him, though, Dalen Wilson, in the 80 machine looking on the inside as he goes door to door. A little contact up in between the 19 of Garrett, and I think that was Lucas.
And we are 10 down, 40 to go here in this one. And Niebergy trying to fall back a little bit there. Now is Norwood up in the 4th spot. He's going to try to challenge Fiddler off of turn 4.
Yes, he is. Right now, 3 wide coming out of the turn. They're beating and banging each other back there behind them. David Heileman's in the mix. The 07 Howard Weaver's back there, too. Wow, that was just a cluster of machines back there coming off the turn.
And Neighbor G, he is still somehow holding on to that 5th spot. But it looks like that 47 machine of Chowning, he's going to try the outside off of 2. And the 80 car there, Dylan Wilson with a strong run here in this one. He's now up to the 7th spot.
Yep, hanging on to it right now in that 7th place spot, trying to dig everything he can here at Volusia. He looks on the inside of the 47 of Lucas. Behind him, he's got some hard chargers. Drew Herco is right there in the 26. David Heileman right there with the Heilemaniacs, flexing muscles, and he's got his hands full with Josh Phillips. Howard Weaver's in the mix. So we got some heavy hitter names trying to make their way up to the front.
And don't look now, but Leverstein is running Greg Thompson down. He's closed that lead now to about half a second. It was almost a full second at one point. He's now down to half a second and gaining on him. And he's also bringing Fiddler Norwood with him to the front.
Yes, it is. We're about to have a battle for the lead here. Greg was getting a little bit comfortable up front. Now he's got company in the form of the 777. Jacob Levenstein there. John Fiddler's bringing it along. He says, I'm bringing company with me, guys. Yellow flag's out. And I got a feeling, man, that involved Howard Weaver. And then let's go back on the replay here and see what happened. Oh, yeah. Oh, the 80. The 19, the 80 got together. What was a slew of cars, a 42, and Howard just slams the inside wall back there. Hate to see that on his end, just got all tore up.
Yeah, this track here has got a quick closing rate. When one of them's loose and you're coming up on them, you don't have a whole lot of time to react. And Howard just got tangled up in basically something he couldn't avoid.
Yeah, I hate to see that on his end. That was just hard charging up there in the front. I mean, you know, and that's the thing. What happens? You're back there in the back, and you got these guys, man. That you know, like you said, the closing rate is so fast, so close. You just never know what's going to happen here. I mean, action is just so much, and they're so close coming out of these turns. I mean, you mentioned it before, the sliders that they're doing here. I mean, these guys are precision when they do that stuff. They are just right there on top of each other.
Yeah, they know exactly how far apart they are at all times. And it's just amazing to watch them keep it off each other, and that we've been almost 20 laps here, and we're just now getting our first caution. So these guys are really keeping it clean and very professional here tonight.
Yes, they are. And I've noticed something. The 777 machine, he's got damage on the front. I don't know where he got the contact from, but on the left front there, he's got some damage.
I believe that was when Fiddler and him was battling back there a couple laps ago. And we are lining them up Delaware double file here. If you don't know what that is, a leader has his own lane.
I got you. All right, good deal. I'll tell you what, it was something we'll have to keep an eye on for that Jacobs right there as we get set to go back green flag racing here. It's been a thriller so far. Folks, you don't like this kind of racing, I don't know what else to do for you, because this is electric. Pace truck's in, green flag, and Greg Thompson says, I got to get out of town here. He hammers through the gears and heads off and gets shot up. The 777 there of Jacobs, he is trying to dive on the inside. He's closing in on the leader.
Leverstein on the move like he was before the caution. He's going to look to the inside off of 4. He might do it. No, Thompson barely gets him at the line. The battle is back there for the 3rd spot between Norwood and Fiddler. Fiddler on that inside, Norwood on the outside. And Norwood gets to run down the straights. Fiddler, he's got the power on the inside and the corners, but that's about it.
Yes, he does right there, man. That's right, John Fiddler. He's going to try to take that 2nd spot away. The 3rd spot, excuse me, if he can. He's on the inside of Justin Norwood there as Justin slides up just a little bit, gives him a little room, but he definitely is going to not. He's going to breathe down his neck. Battle for the lead also up front.
Yeah, that battle for the lead's been heating up now for 2 laps since we went back green. Jacob Leverstein on the inside, Thompson on the outside. Again, that inside line, they just cannot get the power down off the corners. It takes a mistake on the outside for it to happen. And I believe we are 18 laps down now. That's what I'm getting word.
All right, good deal. 18 laps down. as we're into this one right now. It's this man right up front, Drew Herco. He is sitting right there in the 5th place spot. Josh Phillips sitting in the 6th place spot. 7th place Lucas. These guys still, man, are battling it out back here. Dalen Wilson right there. Excuse me. He's on the outside. He's the man in the middle there in the 00.
Sorry, I'm corrected. We were 20 down. We are 21 down now.
Yeah, I was looking at that. I was like, maybe I'm off, man. I don't want to say nothing. I'll see if he corrects it.
Yeah, I'm getting it right here straight in front of me. But the battle is back there between Norwood and Herco now. Herco on the inside, Norwood on the outside. And there's also a battle up there for second between Fiddler and Leverstein. Fiddler on the inside, and he's going to take over the 2nd spot.
Man, there's battles all over the place. Just fast and fierce, hot and heavy. Here's the 115 of John Fiddler. Goes to the 2nd spot. Not quite, but he's just got that whole body out there a little bit. He does get it coming off the turn. He'll take it that time. He'll put Jacob back to 3rd, but look at this crossover move coming back on the inside down the bad stretch.
Fiddler's the only one I've seen use the bottom side to make a pass, so that might be something he keeps in his back pocket when he catches up to Thompson here in a few laps.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, right now, though, the 777 there is not letting him sleep too easily as he's looking on the inside, hanging with him side by side. Behind him, Justin Norwood, though, he has definitely got his hands full with Drew as they are duking it out side by side in the turns.
We are halfway down in this race. I'm getting all my stuff from race control, so we are halfway down. And Leverstein now falling back to that 3rd spot. Fiddler now setting his sights on Thompson. Norwood back there in 4th, and we have a caution here in this one.
Going to be back here in the back side with the 56 machine. He is all tore up. Mike Mourner. Let's go back on the replay here. Oh, hard in the wall with a 56. Boy, he just, man, if I was in real, I'd hate to be in that car because he just shot right, excuse me, and just went right up into the wall, almost full blast, and tore the front end of that thing up.
Yeah, tough break for Mike Mourner. He had a good run going here. I believe he made it up to about the 10th position at one point, and hard luck for him here at the end of at about the middle of this race.
Wow. Well, it gives us a chance, man, to breathe a little bit because this racing up front here and through this whole entire field has just been non-stop, action-packed, and top-notch style racing. I've loved it here so far. Blake, what about you?
Yeah, this has been some of the best racing we've seen in a long time. The stuff we've seen Saturday is nothing compared to this. The whole field is 2 and 3 wide, basically this whole entire race.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, Austin Fiddleman, and I hope I got that right that time, up to 10th right now. He's trying to dig his way up there and try to get up into the top spot, maybe get him a win out here. Greg Thompson still on point here tonight at Volusia, and he's been out front all alone here so far, and he's hoping to keep that top spot as we're getting set to go back green flag racing.
Yeah, some of the big movers in this one. Drew Herco coming from the 13th position all the way up to 5th. Josh Phillips from 17th all the way up to 6th. And Josh Fields from 18th to 8th. So we've got some big movers in this one, and we have 27 laps down as of right now. 27 down.
And 27 down, and what about 18, 20 to go.
Green flag.
And we're back green here. Greg Thompson getting the lead, and here comes Fiddler to the inside. He's going to cross it up a little bit. Leverstein now going to take control of the 2nd spot down the back straightaway with a nose. Leverstein only a nose out in front. He gives him a little bump. Leverstein back to the 2nd spot.
Yeah, it is. They went door to door, slammed each other coming in there. They said, hey, no harm, no foul. But he takes the 2nd spot. Oh, he caught the curve. He spun. He's in trouble. No caution because he got straightened up. But, boy, that bottlenecked the whole field in the back there. The 777 machine, now he's in a crowd and a slew of machines back in the very back as they're all 3 wide back there.
Now Norwood up to the 2nd spot after all that. Fiddler, he somehow made it through that. He's in 3rd. And on that outside is Drew Herco all the way from that 13th position. He's now all the way up to 4th.
Man, I tell you what, well, we're past Valentine's Day, but there's definitely not going to be a Valentine's card for that move up front there. It's a 777. He got shot back to the back there, and he held on to that machine. Awesome driving job. But you said it, John Fiddler now trying to do what he can. But behind them, Lucas Crowning, he's in the mix and using a high line with a 47, trying to do what he can.
And we now have 19 to go here in this one. Laps are winding down, and everybody's getting antsy. You see the moves now starting to get a lot closer, and they're not as spread out now back there for that 5th and 6th spot.
No, they're not. As you see right there, that round about the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th spot, respectively. Dylan Wilson right there on the inside, up top 47 of Lucas, as they're 2 by 2 by 2, like you said, and very, very back there in the back of the pack to 3 wide.
Yeah, well, all this it's doing is allowing Greg Thompson to pull away. He's now got a 1.5 second lead over Justin Norwood, and Norwood has company with Fiddler there, as there's 3 wide off of turn number 4 back there for the 4th, 5th, and 6th positions.
Man, I tell you, it is just nothing but nonstop. 99, look at that, Dalen Fox back up there to the actual 7th spot. He's in the mix with this thing here. And the 007 of Jacob Fields is back up here. Howard Weaver's in the mix from earlier on, getting caught up in a wreck. He's trying to move that machine to the front. As you see these guys, you're right though, the man loving it right now is Greg Thompson out front.
Greg Thompson's got clean track, nobody behind him to bother him. He's running his own race right now. The rest of these guys are going to settle it out. And big battle back here again for that 4th and 5th spot between Lucas Chowning and Drew Herco. Herco on that inside line.
Wow. Well, just going to check back here in the back right here at Austin, Randall Carter and company back here. Well, a lot of these guys are 3 wide, 2 wide in the back of the field, as you just got action up front, middle, and the back all over this place here tonight at Volusia.
Yeah, field now really starting to spread out a little bit here. You have 2 cars broken away from the rest, actually 3 cars broken away if you include Thompson in his own time zone. But Norwood is running him down. That lead is now shrunk to 1.3 seconds, and we have another caution here late in this one.
I believe that's going to be the 30, no, not the 30 machine. Sure if that involved the 18 of Austin. Yes, it did. Actually, let's go back one more time. Yeah, Austin Simmelman. Let's see what happened to him. He was on the high side there, and the 28 just caught the curb and then caught Austin, and he just spun around and around. Luckily, didn't hit anything. No harm, no foul on that. But yeah, looks like the 28 just caught the curb, and Austin wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah, hard luck again. It goes back to what I was saying. That closing rate here on this track is a really tight track for the speeds they're going. The closing rate is so quick. If something happens in front of you, you have mere seconds to even react to it. So he just got caught up.
Yep, sure did, man. And I tell you right now, all these guys, man, are definitely, they're out here digging in the dirt, and that's it's just, you know, no pun intended, but they're out here doing everything they possibly can. And the man loving it is Greg Thompson. Now, he's probably would have loved if this thing would have went on out green flag the whole entire distance.
Yeah, he was loving it out front with a 1.5 second lead almost. Now we're going to stack them up 2 by 2 again, as we have 38 down and 12 to go.
Yes, we are. Stacking back up again here, Blake.
And I'm getting word this is the last double foul start of the night. After this, I'm assuming we're going to go to single foul racing.
Yes, sir, we are. All right, well, I'll tell you what, here we go. Tonight, Accelerated. We're bringing it to you here live here tonight. These boys, men, are stacked up side by side. Green flag again. Here they go. Waste no time. Greg Thompson gets another jump out front. And Justin Norwood's going to try to run him down the best he can.
Norwood with a great start there. Probably one of the best ones we've seen tonight. He might be the only challenge Thompson has all night long. And they're 3 and 4 wide back there in about the middle of the pack. And they still haven't quit racing it out 3 and 4 wide.
No, they have not. Well, right there, that pack around about the 4th, 5th, 6th. Look at that 99 there, though, of Dylan Fox. Dylan Fox, he puts that thing on the inside and made it stick down low. And 47's around. He held on to that machine, and I don't know how he did it.
Yeah, they are racing big time back there. And we have 10 to go this time. We are inside of 10 to go here with night number 1 of the Big 3 Super Late Model Series. We have Greg Thompson out front, Norwood in second, and the gap now only 0.2 of a second.
Yeah, Norwood there is just trying to do everything he can to try to run down the man who has dominated this one so far in the 313. Greg Thompson out front, and right behind him, the number 4 there, Justin Norwood. Behind him, kind of single file up front right now as they're a little bit settled up. But you go back in the 6th, 7th spot, these guys, man, are tearing each other's wheel fenders off.
I don't think anybody has anything for Greg Thompson. He's now pulling away a little bit. Now up to a 0.4 of a second lead over Norwood as that 20, I believe it's 80 car. And the 007 was back there battling it out lap 4. Now 007 of Jacob Fields solidly in that 3rd spot as Wilson settles into 4th.
Absolutely. Right now I'm watching this good battle going on for 6th, 7th, and 8th back there. Dalen Fox, Howard Weaver, Josh Phillips back there in the mix. The 99 machine there. Fox is trying to hang on. He's trying to work over that 777 machine. Jacob, who has came back from earlier on, he almost spun that machine and fell all the way back into the teens. He's up back now the 6th spot.
And we are inside of 5 to go. As mentioned, Jacob Fields, he actually started back in 18th. He's now up to 3rd, so he is moving, and he has Norwood in his sights here with 4 to go.
Yeah, and he's going to try to see if he can do a power move on the inside, riding that curve there on the inside line to get every kind of grip he can, the shortest way around this track. He is looking mean right there in that 007 machine, just like the spy man himself, James Bond, and he's right now trying to figure out a way. Looks to the inside of the 4. Can he get it done? Can't this time.
Yeah, he just got a little bit of loose down there in 1 and 2. He's going to try to gain another run here down the straightaway. Norwood gets a little loose in the corner. This may allow him to pull up next to him in 1 and 2. And Norwood holding his own up there in 2nd.
And you know what they've got to worry about is that man in the 80 machine of Wilson back there. If they slip up there and start tangling with each other, he'll come up there and grab that 2nd or 3rd spot away. You also got Drew there in the 26. So those guys are closing in as the laps are winding down.
And we are on the white flag lap, and this Greg Thompson out front off of turn number 4. Thompson leading every lap of this race. Greg Thompson, your leader. Norwood in 2nd. And Jacob Fields comes home in 3rd, all the way from the 18th spot.
Man, what a race. What I'm going to tell you, it says yellow flag. Must have put some more laps in there, and they're just going to kind of end it on their end. That's why the ticker laps are off. So as I was showing the 60 or so, but the winner tonight, that man right there, Greg Thompson.
Yeah, Greg Thompson had one heck of a race going on. Nobody could touch him. Ended up winning this race by 0.8 of a second after a 10 to go restart. So he was definitely dominant all night, and I believe he led every lap.
Yes, he is. Well, let's see if we can find old Greg Thompson here. Pull him down here and get a talk in with him. Try to look for him right fast, folks. Hang on just a second. You see old Greg Thompson up there anywhere? Because I don't.
Let's see if I can find him real quick. He may be under another name.
He might be, yeah. Yeah, so with race control. Our 2nd place runner. Well, they messed up my whole results here on the ticker for me, so I know you might have that results run down. If Howard's listening, maybe he can give us the top 3 here again. Because with them doing what they did, that's going to mess up my results order here for us.
Norwood came home in 2nd.
All right, see if I can't find Norwood then. Folks, apologize out there. Hang on a second. There's Justin Norwood. Is that who it was?
That is him. That is your 2nd place runner here tonight.
All right, we got him. It was 3rd place.
I believe it was Fields.
Yep, Fields. Appreciate that, KT. Man, took me a screenshot. Put
Man with the plan there.
Yeah, man with a plan, absolutely. Well, with them doing the way that they did, it jumbled up the ticker up there, and that's why. So, yeah, but all right, I still don't see Greg Thompson up there though, our race winner tonight. But we'll go ahead and get a word in. Man, I'm gonna let you get a word in. You want to get a word in with Jacob Fields, Blake?
We can.
Right. I'll bring him up here and let's get a talk in with him.
Jacob Fields, Blake Mosley, you got a mic?
Yeah, I got a mic.
How was that track tonight? It looked a little slick up there at the top, but you drove it all the way from 18th to 3rd. How was that like coming all the way from the middle of the pack to finishing 3rd tonight?
Man, it was slick, that's for sure. I mean, it was just bobbing and weaving, trying not to get caught up in those cautions. I mean, there were very few cautions. It was really racy. It was fun.
Yeah, we seen you get almost tangled up there about with 15 to go in one of them wrecks, and you somehow battled back all the way up to 3rd. And it definitely looked slick tonight. Have anything to say or anyone to thank here tonight?
As always, I'd like to thank Elite 7, you guys for putting this on. And congrats to Greg on winning and Justin on the second.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is Jacob Field, your 3rd place runner here tonight in the super late models of the Big 3 Series.
Man, I'll tell you what, man, Jacob Fields did everything he possibly could here tonight to get up front there. If I can't get him, put him back down on the waiting room for a second. We'll bring up here old Josh Norman. We're going to talk in with him. Here's, still don't see our winner up here. Maybe he'll pop up in here. The 2nd place man here, Justin Norwood, excuse me. That is right? Yep.
Yes, sir. Justin Norwood in 2nd.
Justin Norwood, Joey in the booth. Got a copy? Well, Justin, got a mic? They've been a little shy tonight.
He may be still catching his breath.
Yeah, no doubt. Celebrating on that 2nd place finish here. Justin Norwood, if you got a copy, this is Joe White up here in the booth. I was going to get a talk in with you about that 2nd place here tonight. I don't know if you got your mic on here with us. Well, he's in shell shock over pulling it off in 2nd place here at Volusia. Well, we'll give him a minute. Maybe he'll pop up into the talk here in a minute. He'll hear us talking up here in the booth. Well, Blake, I tell you, man, the first race of the season here for the VLR Super Late Models here tonight, presented by X.CELERATED at Volusia. And what a race. Greg Thompson, he dominated this thing and just pulled it off here. And, man down here, Justin Norwood coming in 2nd. Jacobs Fields right there in 3rd. It just was a wild race from the heat races all the way to the main. It was thrilling. Hey, you got any final words on it?
A track's racy whenever you see where some of these guys start and then where they finish. Tonight was a really racy track, 2-3 wide racing. They had an upper groove, a lower groove, and they were pretty equal. Tonight's racing was definitely top notch, and I definitely look forward to seeing what happens next week.
Yeah, absolutely, definitely. If it's any indication of what we saw tonight is what we're going to see for the next 11 weeks after this, man, buckle it down, folks, because this was just action-packed and electric. Well, hey, we do got old Howard Weaver up here. Howard, how you doing?
Can you guys hear me now?
We got Justin now.
I was down here because nobody else was interviewing. I was just going to say that was Greg's first VLR win. Well, he won a Midnight Madness race a week or so ago. You were there. But his first big series win at VLR, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, we were
I think he's trying to get in.
Okay, well, we'll give him a minute and see if he comes in. Well, let's talk with our 2nd place guy here, Justin Norwood. Justin, you got a copy?
Yeah, sorry guys, I hadn't used Discord much.
Hey, that's all right, man. Look, we figured you had to catch your breath and all that racing there. I mean, that was some door banging, slinging mud style action out there here. What? Let us know what you thought was going to happen up there between you guys.
Well, that's what you get when you get all these guys together in a race, man. They're all good, and it was a lot of fun. I thought I was gonna have a shot to get up there on that restart, and then I seen Jacob coming, and it kind of pressured me a little bit, and I knew he always comes on when it gets slick. So, but yeah, it was a lot of fun though. Congrats to Greg. That's a big win for him.
Yeah, no doubt. Definitely was a big win on that. In a dominating fashion too here for the first race here of the season for the VLR Super Late Model Series here, presented by X.CELERATED tonight at Volusia. But hey, pulled it off in second. I mean, you tell us, because me and Blake was up here watching that race, and y'all guys out there was just, I mean, manhandling them machines. How tiring is it to the racing? I mean, are you ready to do another 150 laps?
Well, I mean, I could, but it's more like you got to finesse it so much when the track gets slick like that. I mean, racing with Jacob and John, when we broke away at the start, I mean, I don't know, we ran a few laps, I know, pretty wide there, 3 abreast at least, and you can do that with these guys, and but it's a little tiring on the mind more than physically.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, good job out there. You got anybody out there you want to thank though for tonight?
Yeah, thank you, man. Everybody at VLR, they're awesome to me. All the guys that we race with, everybody's so good that we race with in the series. And you guys for the broadcast, y'all doing an awesome job. Another good season coming here.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be an awesome season. Well, again, man, congratulations on pulling that thing off here tonight. In second place here for the first race of the season, Justin Norwood, folks. Well, Blake, as I said, if we give it a few seconds here, maybe see if our winner tonight, Greg Thompson, jumps in. If not, maybe we'll get a talk in with him here next week. But, man, I got no words for what we saw. I mean, I'm going to tell you, that was just breathtaking, action-packed racing here from all the way from the green flag to the end of this one.
Oh yeah, this track always puts up racing like that, and a lot of the tracks they're going to, they are very close racing. And when you get these guys in here, I mean, this is the best of the best, and that's the reason they're here, and they will put on a show.
All right, well, folks, I'll tell you what, like I say, we'll get a word in with the winner here probably next week and whatnot. But Greg Thompson pulling it off here for the first race of the season here for the VLR Super Late Model Series, presented by X.CELERATED here at Volusia. Well, hey, come back here next week, because we got more action here from these guys. And if you like what you saw tonight, definitely it's going to be that way for the next 11 weeks here. It's going to be awesome. For myself up here, Joe White and Blake, hey, everyone, have a good night.